learn English through story, the hidden kiss of lust, in the heart of a bustling metropolis, where dreams collided with reality, lived two individuals who, by all appearances, were worlds apart. Claire, a successful marketing executive in her 30s, had meticulously built a career that defined her life. She worked long hours, attended networking events, and filled her weekends with social gatherings. To those around her, Claire seemed to have a taller, prestigious job, an upscale apartment, and a well-curated social life. Yet beneath the polished surface, she harbored a yearning for something more, yet an unquenchable thirst for passion, spontaneity, and desire. On the other side of the city, Alex, a talented and charismatic photographer, led a life rich in creativity but devoid of stability. He thrived on capturing fleeting moments, pouring his soul into every click of the shutter. While his art flourished, his relationships often crumbled under the weight of his commitment tissues. Alex was charming, and women were drawn to his magnetic aura, but he often left a trail of broken hearts behind him, afraid of intimacy and the vulnerability it demanded. One fateful evening, their paths crossed at an art exhibition showcasing local talent. Claire had reluctantly agreed to attend, wanting to support her friend whose work was on display. Dressed in a sleek black dress that hugged her curves, she felt out of place among the bohemian crowd. Meanwhile, Alex was there to showcase his latest series of photographs, each image a raw depiction of desire and intimacy. As Claire wandered through the gallery, she stumbled upon one of Alex's pieces, a striking photograph of a couple caught in a moment of passion, their lips almost touching, their bodies a study in longing. The image ignited something within her, a spark she had long suppressed. Just then, Alex approached, his presence enveloping her in a warm, intoxicating aura. "Do you like it?" he asked, his voice smooth and confident. "It's captivating," Claire replied, her heart racing as their eyes locked. There was an undeniable chemistry, a magnetic pull that drew them closer. They engaged in conversation, the air thick with unspoken tension. Claire found herself laughing at Alex's wit, and he was equally captivated by her intelligence and poise. The evening flowed effortlessly as they explored the exhibition together, sharing their thoughts on art, life, and everything in between. Claire felt alive, exhilarated by the connection that was blossoming between them. As the night wore on, the gallery began to empty, leaving just a handful of people lingering. Claire and Alex found themselves in a quiet corner, the soft glow of ambient lights casting a warm hue around them. They stood close, their bodies almost touching, the air charged with anticipation. "Would you like to get out of here?" Alex asked, his voice low and inviting. Claire hesitated, her mind racing with caution, but the allure of spontaneity tugged at her heart. She nodded, and together they slipped out into the night, leaving the world of expectations behind. They walked through the city streets, their laughter echoing against the backdrop of twinkling lights. The night air was electric, and with each step, the distance between them seemed to vanish. Claire felt a thrill she hadn't experienced in years, a longing, a hunger for connection that had lain dormant for too long. Eventually, they found themselves at a cozy bar, tucked away in a quiet alley. Over cocktails, they shared more of their lives, their dreams, and their fears. But chemistry between them crackled like electricity, and Claire could feel the heat radiating from Alex. He leaned closer, their knees brushing against each other, igniting a fire within her that she had long suppressed. With each passing moment, Claire's inhibitions melted away. She felt free, liberated from the constraints of her carefully curated life. She had always been the responsible one, the one who followed the rules. But with Alex, she felt a sense of adventure, a call to embrace the unknown. After finishing their drinks, they stepped outside into the cool night air, the moonlight illuminating their path. Alex looked into Claire's eyes, searching for something. "Can I kiss you?" he asked, his voice a husky whisper. Claire's heart raced at the intensity of his gaze. She knew she should say no, that they had just met. But something deep within her urged her to surrender to the moment. Yes, she breathed. Leaning in, their lips met in a passionate kiss. A collision of desire and longing that left them both breathless. Claire felt a wave of warmth wash over her, igniting every nerve in her body. It was a kiss filled with promise. A hidden moment of lust that awakened a side of her she had long buried. As they pulled away, the world around them faded, leaving just the two of them enveloped in their cocoon of desire. The kiss sparked something profound in Claire, a realization that she had been living her life in a carefully constructed bubble, avoiding the very thing she craved. Passion. Alex, too, felt the shift, the connection they shared transcending the physical into something deeper. But as the night unfolded, reality loomed on the horizon, threatening to disrupt the magic they had found. As the hours passed, they wandered the city, exploring hidden corners and exchanging secrets. Yet, as the first light of dawn began to break, a shadow of doubt crept into Claire's mind. She had always prided herself on her rationality, on making decisions grounded in logic. What was she doing? Getting swept away by a man she barely knew. Where do we go from here? Claire finally asked, breaking the spell that enveloped them. Alex hesitated, his brow furrowing. I don't know, he admitted, his voice tinged with uncertainty. I'm not looking for anything serious, but I can't deny what happened tonight. Claire's heart sank, the weight of reality crashing down around them. Me neither, she replied, trying to keep her voice steady. I have a life, responsibilities, and a broken bar career that demands my attention. Right, maybe this was just a moment of something we'll look back on and remember as a thrill, he said, his eyes searching hers for confirmation. They stood in silence, the warmth of their earlier connection now overshadowed by the harsh light of reality. As they walked back to Claire's apartment, the air felt heavier, and the excitement of the night faded into an unsettling void. When they reached her building, Claire turned to Alex, her heart aching with a weight of unspoken desires. I had an incredible time tonight, she said, forcing a smile. Me too, Alex replied. But there was a sadness in his eyes, an understanding that they had danced on the edge of something beautiful only to pull back at the last moment. With a lingering kiss, they parted ways, leaving Claire standing alone on the sidewalk, a whirlwind of emotions swirling within her. She had tasted passion, and it left her craving more, but the boundaries she had established in her life loomed large, and she couldn't help but wonder if this was the end of something or merely the beginning. In the days that followed, Claire returned to her routine, but everything felt different. She couldn't shake the memory of Alex's kiss, the way it ignited a fire within her that she had long buried under layers of responsibility. She found herself daydreaming during meetings, distracted by thoughts of him and the potential of what could have been. Meanwhile, Alex threw himself into his photography, trying to capture the raw beauty of life while suppressing the longing he felt for Claire. He missed her laughter, her spirit, and the connection they had forged in that one magical night, but he knew that pursuing her could complicate his life in ways he wasn't ready to face. Weeks turned into months, and while they occasionally exchanged texts, their connection felt strained and distant. Each message was a reminder of the hidden kiss that had sparked something profound yet left them both grappling with their desires. Claire became increasingly restless, torn between her successful career and a longing for passion that Alex had awakened in her. She began to explore new avenues in her life via taking dance classes, trying new cuisines, and even attending art workshops. It was as if she was trying to fill the void left by their encounter, searching for something to ignite her spirit. One evening, while at a gallery opening, Claire caught sight of a familiar figure across the room. Alex stood amidst a group of admirers, his charm radiating as he spoke animatedly about his latest collection. Her heart raced as their eyes met. And in that moment, time seemed to freeze, the air thickened with unspoken words, and she could feel the pull between them once more. Summoning her courage, Claire approached him, her heart pounding in her chest. "Hey! It's been a while," she said, trying to keep her voice steady. "Claire," he said, his expression shifting from surprise to delight, "it's great to see you. How have you been?" As they talked, the chemistry they once shared crackled in the air. But both of them were acutely aware of the elephant in the room. The conversation flowed easily. Yet an underlying tension simmered beneath the surface, threatening to erupt. After a few drinks, Alex leaned closer, his voice low and inviting. "Would you like to see my studio? I have some new pieces I'd love to show you." Claire's heart raced at the invitation. Memories of their previous encounter flooding her mind. "Sure. I'd like that," she replied, trying to suppress the thrill that coursed through her. They made their way to Alex's studio. An eclectic space filled with vibrant photographs and creative energy. As they entered, Claire felt the atmosphere shift, charged with unspoken desire. The walls seemed to close in around them, creating an intimate cocoon that amplified their connection. "Here," Alex said, guiding her toward a series of photographs he had been working on. Each image told a story of passion, longing, and intimacy, capturing the essence of human connection. Claire found herself mesmerized, not just by the art but by the man standing beside her. "Your work is incredible," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Thank you, but I think you inspire me more than anything," he replied, his gaze locking onto hers with intensity. In that moment, the tension between them reached a boiling point. Claire could feel the heat radiating from Alex, a magnetic force drawing her closer. She stepped forward, her heart racing, and before she knew it, their lips met in a fiery kiss that ignited every fiber of her being. The kiss was filled with the passion they had both suppressed for far too long, an explosion of desire that consumed them. Claire felt alive in a way she hadn't felt in years, her body responding to Alex's touch as if it were a long-lost friend. They lost themselves in the moment, their surroundings fading into oblivion. But just as quickly as the moment began, reality intruded once more. They pulled away, breathless, both acutely aware of the implications of what they had just done. "What are we doing?" Claire gasped, her heart racing. "I don't know," Alex admitted, running a hand through his hair, his expression conflicted. "But I can't deny what I feel when I'm with you." Claire's heart ached with the weight of their connection. She knew the risks of pursuing something deeper with Alexa. She had built her life around stability and success, but the allure of passion was undeniable, and her desires screamed at her to take the leap. "Maybe we should give this a chance," Claire suggested, her voice steady despite the whirlwind of emotions inside her. "I want to." But a broken bar. Alex hesitated, looking torn. "I'm not good at staying. I've always been afraid of commitment." "Then let's take it slow," Claire replied, her eyes searching his. "We can enjoy what we have without the pressure of defining it right now." Alex nodded, a flicker of hope igniting in his chest. "I can do that. I want to explore this with you." They spent the rest of the night trapped in each other's arms, sharing stories and dreams, laughter and whispers. For the first time, Claire felt truly free and bound by the expectations of her career and the pressures of her carefully crafted life. In Alex's presence, she could be herself, unfiltered and unapologetic. Over the following weeks, they navigated their new dynamic with care, slowly uncovering the layers of each other's lives. They explored the city together, seeking out hidden gems and enjoying the little moments that brought them closer. With each encounter, Claire felt herself falling deeper into the rhythm of Alex's world, where spontaneity and passion danced hand in hand. However, the initial thrill of their relationship was soon met with challenges. As Claire poured herself into her work, striving for a promotion at her job, she felt the familiar weight of responsibility creeping back in. The late nights and early mornings began to take a toll on her time with Alex, and she sensed a shift in their dynamic. One evening, after a long day at work, Claire arrived at Alex's studio feeling drained. She had promised to meet him for dinner. But the stress of her job weighed heavily on her shoulders. As they sat together, she found it hard to shake off the tension that had settled within her. "You seem distant tonight," Alex observed. Concern edged across his face. "Is everything okay?" "I'm just tired," Claire replied, forcing a smile. "Work has been overwhelming. And I feel like I'm juggling too much." Alex reached for her hand, his touch sending a wave of warmth through her. "You know I'm here for you, right? We don't have to do this alone." "I know," Claire said. But the words felt hollow. Deep down, she worried that her ambitions were pulling her away from the very thing she craved, the passion and connection she had found with him. As their dinner progressed, Claire struggled to engage, her mind preoccupied with thoughts of deadlines and responsibilities. Alex's frustration grew, and he finally blurted out, "You're not the same person you were when we first met. It feels like you're slipping away." Claire's heart sank at his words. She had sensed the distance growing between them. But hearing it aloud stung. "I'm trying to balance everything," she replied defensively. "You know my career means a lot to me, of course. But it shouldn't come at the expense of what we have," he said, his voice rising. "I feel like I'm losing you." The conversation quickly escalated into an argument, the tensions of their differing priorities surfacing. Claire felt the walls closing in, the pressure of her responsibilities suffocating the passion they had built. In the heat of the moment, she blurted out, "Maybe we should take a break." The words hung in the air, a stark reality that neither of them wanted to confront. Alex's face fell, the disappointment evident in his eyes. "Are you serious?" "I just need some space to figure things out," Claire said, her heart heavy. They ended the evening in silence. The spark that had once ignited their connection now dimmed by uncertainty. Claire returned home, her heart aching with regret. She knew she didn't truly want to end things, but the pressures of her life felt insurmountable. As the days turned into weeks, Claire felt the weight of her decision. She threw herself into her work, but each success felt hollow without Alex by her side. The thrill of ambition could not fill the void left by the connection they had shared. She missed his laughter, his warmth, and the way he had made her feel alive. Meanwhile, Alex struggled to cope with the distance. He poured his energy into his photography, but the art that had once flowed freely now felt forced. Each image he captured reminded him of Clary, the hidden kiss that had awakened something deep within him and the bond they had forged. But without her, his work felt incomplete. One evening, unable to bear the silence any longer, Claire found herself at Alex's studio, heart racing as she knocked on the door. When he opened it, surprise flickered in his eyes, quickly replaced by guardedness. "Claire," he said softly, his gaze searching hers. "Can we talk?" she asked, her voice steady despite the turmoil within. "Sure," he replied, stepping aside to let her in. The studio felt like a sanctuary, but the tension between them was palpable. "I've missed you," Claire admitted, her heart pounding. "I didn't want to hurt you, I just felt overwhelmed. Like I was losing control of everything." Alex's expression softened, but there was still a trace of hurt in his eyes. "I've missed you too. It was hard for me to understand why you wanted to take a step back. I know I made a mistake," Claire said, her voice trembling. "I want to find a way back to us. I don't want to lose what we have." They stood in silence, the weight of their shared history hanging in the air. Then Alex stepped forward, his gaze locking onto hers. "I don't want to lose you either, but we need to be honest about what we want." Claire took a deep breath, her heart racing. "I want to embrace this passion, this connection. I don't want my career to define my happiness." "Then let's find a way to make it work," Alex said, hope flickering in his eyes. "We can support each other, and I can help you explore the world outside of work." Claire smiled, relief washing over her. "Yes, I want to take that leap." With renewed determination, they embraced, their lips meeting in a kiss that reignited the fire they had almost extinguished. The kiss was a promise, a commitment to embrace their desires, both for each other and for their dreams. As they pulled away, Claire felt lighter, as if the weight of the world had lifted. Together, they could navigate the complexities of their lives, finding balance between passion and ambition. Over the following weeks, they built a new rhythm, embracing spontaneity and creativity in their lives. Claire found herself exploring new avenues within her career, allowing her passion for marketing to merge with her newfound love for art. She and Alex collaborated on projects, infusing their individual talents into something beautiful. As they explored the city together, they reveled in the hidden corners and secret places that had once felt daunting. Each moment spent together felt like a discovery, a chance to explore the depths of their connection and the desires that fueled their passion. One evening, while wandering through a vibrant street festival, Alex turned to Claire, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "Let's capture this moment," he said, pulling out his camera. Claire laughed, feeling the warmth of joy radiate through her. "You always have your camera ready," she teased. "It's because I want to capture the beauty of life with you," he replied, snapping a candid shot of her laughter. As they continued to explore the festival, they stumbled upon a booth offering face painting. Claire's eyes lit up with excitement, and without hesitation, she pulled Alex toward it. "Come on, let's do it." They both left the booth with colorful designs painted on their faces, laughing and posing for silly photos. It was in these moments of spontaneity that Claire felt truly alive, her worries fading into the background. Later that night, as they stood on a rooftop overlooking the city, Claire felt a surge of gratitude for the journey they had taken together. "I never imagined my life could feel this vibrant," she said, gazing at the twinkling lights below. "It's because we're embracing what we want," Alex replied, wrapping his arms around her. "You taught me that it's okay to be vulnerable, to take risks, and you've shown me the beauty of living in the moment." Claire smiled, resting her head against his shoulder. As the stars twinkled overhead, they shared their dreams, both for their careers and for their future together. They spoke of the possibilities that lay ahead, each vision intertwined with the others. In that moment, Claire realized that the hidden kiss of lust had transformed into something far more profound, a deep connection rooted in love, passion, and understanding. They had embraced the complexities of their lives, finding strength in vulnerability and courage in desire. Together, they forged a new path, one where ambition and passion coexisted harmoniously. They learned that love was not merely a fleeting moment but a journey, filled with laughter, challenges, and the beauty of shared experiences. As they continued to navigate the ebbs and flows of life, Claire and Alex proved that true desire is not just a hidden kiss but a powerful force that can shape destinies and ignite the soul. They became partners in every sense, intertwining their dreams, their passions, and their hearts, creating a love story that was uniquely their own, a tale of two souls daring to embrace the hidden kiss of lust and transforming it into something extraordinary. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.